You're free form.
Okay.
Tell us your story.
You know, I've thought about this, so I'm just going to talk to you. I think I told you back in '98 I was in great condition, and I found out I had ovarian cancer. And I had 3 surgeries in a row. And for a lot of different reasons, it was emotionally and physically just exhausting. I believe that being in good shape at that time saved my life. But for some reason from that point on, I just let it go. And I went from a 4'6" over the next 12 years up to about 166 pounds and pushing into 12s. And in that, you know, I just didn't let it happen. Particularly in the last 3 years, I hired trainers. I went twice a week. I tried every diet that there was and religiously stuck to it. And I just kept gaining weight. In fact, I think I told you I did the calculation. In the last 2 years, between buying an elliptical and a Bowflex and paying a trainer twice a week, I've spent $12,000. And I gained 16 pounds. And I had gotten to the point where it was somebody else's fault. It had to be somebody else's fault. It couldn't be my fault. Went down to my endocrinologist and stormed and cried and said, "It's your fault, you know, something's wrong." And they shocked me and they said, "Well, just give up. Just be overweight." And I knew Sandra from San Antonio 100, and I kind of watched her. And then one meeting, she brought the flyers. And I began to really think about it. It's close to my home. And I thought, you know, I'm just not going to give up. I've got to try. And by that point, I'd become uncomfortable in my body. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. I couldn't garden. I couldn't play with my dogs. I had no stamina left. I was pretty much miserable. And so I came in here with a certain degree of, well, let's see what's going to happen. What's interesting is I've been here 8 weeks. I've actually started the program food-wise a week before. I've stayed on it the week that I took the time. I've gone from 166.8 pounds to, I'm real proud of this, 149 as of this morning. I'm eating right. I feel good. I spent over 12 hours in the yard this weekend working. I haven't been able to do that in years. My clothes, I'm discovering thousands of dollars in clothing that I had that I could never wear. But what was the defining moment was when I was standing in the grocery store line after working with you all, with all the supervision and all the knowledge and all of the care, and I realized that what I'd been doing is rewarding myself for being a hard worker, rewarding myself for being unhappy, rewarding myself for a lot of different. I deserved that candy bar. I deserve that enchilada. I deserve this. And the problem was, I was deserving a lot in a week. It wasn't just a candy bar in the week. It was the candy bar and the enchiladas and the milkshake and everything else. And I realized that it was nobody's fault but mine. But I don't think I could have gotten there if I hadn't come here. And because it's a mental, emotional, physical state that you have to learn. And now what I've kind of learned is you reward yourself by the fact that you can dig in the yard for 12 hours. You can bend over and pick stuff up without going, ugh. This thing works. This program, this process, these people, it works. It works for me. You know, I'm back in for my second time. I've done my 8 weeks. I'm coming back in. And I got up this morning again and I thought, so there'll be 2 more months. And I'll achieve my goal. I'm going to get to my goal. But I'm probably not going to stop coming. Because this is how I reward myself.